go here. And we're just waiting for people to come in to get started. My nicotine patch is itching. We'll edit this out in post-process. In post. Let's see if I can get this a little better. Yeah, frame that a little better. Yeah, it's better. Still nobody yet. I didn't announce it, so I'm not expecting anybody to pile in right away.
Terra.
So I did a, let's mute that. I followed a video just to kind of waste time. I followed this guy's video here on Ultimate Windows Optimization Guide. He has a set of scripts that you run in Windows, and it lets you tune your system. Very handy. I went from Call of Duty getting 70 frames a second to Gray Zone Warfare getting 45 or between 25 and 40 frames a second. 45 max. And I'm wondering why is it so bad? Well, it's because they run on different game engines. Call of Duty runs on one game engine. Gray Zone Warfare runs on a better game engine that requires more process time and more processes from the computer. So that's why I was getting the frame loss. And I was getting, yeah, like I said, 45 max. I did the tuning, and I went from 45 to between 75 and 100 frames a second, which is 3 times as fast, basically. 2 to 3 times as fast. I was almost crying. Things were clearer. Things were more stable. I could see things better. So after this live stream, I'm going to go play some Gray Zone Warfare with my new settings and rock. So anyway, wish people come in. It's been a few minutes. It's been about 5 minutes. We'll give it a few more. Oh, I got the filament printer working. When I Went to plug the last plug back in, the probe, a lead broke off the plug, so I had to scavenge a plug, and I just cut it and spliced the wires on, and everything works now. So I can get back to filament printing, and I've got to do the sundial for West Side Girl and other stuff. I want to make a handle for painting miniatures. It's like a handle that you stick the miniature to, and it's got a little. Some of them have like a little thing sticking out where you can grip it with your hand, so you can get more, firmer grip, a more natural grip than holding it like this and painting. So if your finger's up there, it kind of it's more natural. So I need to make a couple of those. I need to make a few other things. But I also need to test the ABS I have that I dried out real good in the oven to see if it's still good. And if it's not, I'll have to buy new ABS to print the stuff. So that's where we stand with the printers. Did people get notified? Oh, it's got the branding. Okay, I just noticed that. Yeah, I just noticed in the bottom right corner, it's got the mouse brand, the yellow mouse. Is Quantum Eraser in the chat? No, they must have cited him. They must have referenced him. Yeah. Got a live chat, see if he's there. So I see someone in his chat posted shout out to QE. So I'm just checking to see if he's actually in the chat. I mean, he's a coward. He didn't go in other people's chats. He stays in Discord where he's got control. Didn't have to put up with anybody proving him wrong. Got his little mute button, his little mod power, and he's happy. He gets to lie to people with impunity. But here's something that came a while back. I haven't been able to show it off, but this came a while ago. It's this thing with a power cord, and I'll plug the power cord in, and I'll plug the power cord into the thing, and you notice a little red light comes on. Well, when I push the button, it's an air compressor. It's a airbrush air compressor that can fit in a shoebox. And it has 3 different power settings. Weird. Heard a sound. And here's the airbrush. It comes with a metal cup that's over there drying. It also comes with a large tank, a smaller tank, 3 needles, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.5. I got the 0.5 in it right now. It's got a quick disconnect. So I just put them together, snap them together. And it's a dual action. This is where the paint cups go. Screws onto the top. So if you're doing if you're priming a piece, painting all your pieces black before you do any work on them, you can fill this thing up and it'll do all the work you need to. It's got good coverage. You can take off the tip to get finer detail, to get closer to the work. It has a a little screw here that limits. I don't know if you can see that. But as I screw this forward, it won't let me pull back any further. So it's like when it's there, then I can pull it and screw it more, and it'll go all the way back. But this limits the amount of paint that comes out. When you press it down, it lets air come out. From here, this is like a bicycle valve in here, and this has a little plunger that pushes down on that. So when you push down, it does that, and then when you pull back, I can show it like this. When you pull back, the needle goes back. You can see the whole thing move. And the needle goes up against the tip, and it seals, so nothing can come out, no matter how much air you put out. But when you pull it back, the needle comes back in and lets paint through, and lets the air, with the Venturi system, mix with the air and come out the tip. And that's how an airbrush works. And came with some brushes, different size brushes, different. These are supposed to be files, but they're just twisted wire. And a little wrench and a tapered reamer that helps clean out the tip. So it's a nice little setup. Very nice little setup. And there's no pulsing. It's a constant pressure. I think there's a little tank in there, maybe. Or I may just use the flexibility of the hose to pressurize the air and give you that little extra reservoir. But yeah, it works pretty good. Uh-oh, hold on. I lost the tip. Well, I'll find it. There it is. I found it. No, I didn't find it. Where'd it go? I heard it hit, and yeah, it's back there. There we go. Fell on the floor. But that's the airbrush. I'd like to get a few more. Like if I'm going to work on different colors, it's nice to switch without having to clean the airbrush out every time. Because if you're working with white, if you're working with like red or black, and then you switch to white, unless you have that thing cleaned out perfectly, you're going to get a mixture of colors. You're going to get a crossover. So, anyway, I was just showing that till people came in. So, anyway, let me clear this off and say hi to George. How you doing, George? Good to have you here. Just picking that thing up off the floor put me out of wind. That's how bad my lungs are right now. So, kind of sucks. But anyway, let's before we get into this, I wanted to show a presentation. Actually, I can show the presentation after we get into this a little bit. So,
How's doing?
Good, great.
Oh, good. Oh, groovy.
Hi, guys.
Brilliant.
It's good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. Tonight we have a very triggered guy, Aiden Mattis. He debated Witsit'S. Well, they called it a debate, though.
no, he wasn't triggered at all. He whipped Witsit'S ass.
It wasn't really much of a debate.
Oh, that hamster.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Witsit'S came with nothing. Aiden debunked everything he had and proved his point perfectly. So, no, it wasn't a debate.
Fix himself.
Could I go as far as call it as a fiasco?
Fiasco.
Yeah, I would. That's a good description. Yeah.
Because the issue for me was, it was like they got Witsit in a discussion where they were up into having to answer these questions, and it sort of didn't look good to me from what I saw anyway.
Yeah, Witsit couldn't answer any questions.
Yeah.
It
Look,
should-
I
it
think
should just
Witsit did a
nailed
good
him.
job though.
No, he didn't.
I think Witsit did a good job though, but he did, like you said, leave him open to a lot of things to discuss when it should have just been an actual debate. I don't know why the other guy was also having a chat with him the whole time.
No.
That was his producer.
The one thing that's
what
weird
they like
for me.
Sorry, that's what they like to do, though, isn't it? Double team. That's why Bob was trying to get Wolfie on to double.
Yeah.
No, that was not a double team. That was his producer.
You know, they need somebody
But you
holding
know
their
what?
hands.
And I mean, Witsit has said, man, I'll take on 20 people at once, man. He said that. So what was the problem?
But you know what I find weird though is like when
Basic math?
Aiden wanted to come talk to me, he had it on his small channel. Now he has Witsit on the big channel. It tells you how scared he is to show the people.
No, it just shows how small you are. See, I don't take a 5-gallon bucket out to scoop up a cup of rainwater. I use a teaspoon.
We whip him around his arsehole.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you would? You lost the debate with me. You lost the debate with Bob. You lost the debates with MC Toon. You think you're going to win a debate with Aiden? Man, the hubris on this guy.
He's got a major ego problem, man.
Oh, without
He
that.
thinks he's
Really? Mouse has lost every debate he's been in, and he thinks he's going to whip Aiden's butt. Who's got the ego problem? Complaining, oh, he had it on a small channel.
he thinks he knows it all. He's
He knows more than you. All of you.
Oh, I know all this shit, because I memorized all the crap that.
No, he learned it. There's a difference between memorizing and learning. And when you learn something, you take in the information and then you critically analyze it to see if it's true. See, just memorizing something, a monkey can do that.
And he didn't even do a good job at memorization of that because he doesn't really even know his own model.
Yeah, I love it when they say that, oh, he doesn't even know his own model. They don't even know their own model. No, we do. You don't.
No, he doesn't know much at all.
I saw it.
The guy-
I mean, you guys don't even have one.
But I see-
I think Robot Polisher did one today with Brenda on Nathan Oakley. Oh my God!
I see Nathan absolutely. whooped
Another
their
one
ass
don't
that
know
day.
their own model.
Yeah.
Mm.
No doubt.
There you
Brenda
go.
should just give up.
Big yellow mouse.
Brenda should not be debating anything, to
No,
be fair.
yeah, but
Then
it's
behind
not.
it.
Why? Why? Because you can't debunk her?
It's not Brenda should give up. People should stop allowing Brenda on.
Yeah,
Proven
Mm.
liar.
I'm not coming out of mine no more.
Mm.
Proven liar.
I think this is the best panel.
And yet you can't prove that she lies. You call me a liar. You've never proven where I've lied. So keep talking, boys.
What's up, Roger? You trying to say something?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, good. It's good to see you, man. Okay, guys.
Good
So we do have votes going already. Who did better? 74% say Witsit, 13% say Aiden, 13% say none of them equally bad, and 0% say both of them equally good.
So you took a poll of people you haven't blocked, and you're going with that? Tell us you're dishonest without saying the words, man.
So yeah, guys, hit the show, hit the like, share the show, let everybody know we are live. It's going to be. And did you guys hear Mr. Cheswick's latest music video on Bob?
Quality.
Oh no,
More butthurt damage control.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to see that. Let me just go.
It's
Edit
brilliant.
Edit on banners the other day.
I'm not here to debate you guys.
No, he was there to school you, and you're not smart enough to be schooled. You aren't honest enough to be schooled or humble enough.
Not here to debate you. It's
Yeah,
like,
literally.
okay, we're in debate. But it's sad. Yeah, it's good to see everybody, guys. Thank you for coming.
Why am I not subscribed to Mr. Cheswick? That's just disgraceful. I am now. I'm sure I was, to be honest.
You
I'm
should.
Sure I was. Right.
Should, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put the link in as well.
Yeah, please put his link in as well, guys.
Yeah,
So
we'll
anyway,
put it.
it's
Yeah.
difficult to actually choose a point to start with this whole discussion debate thing. So I think in about 37 minutes, it's more or less when debate starts. I wouldn't say, but it's more or less just a discussion till an hour at least, and then they start debating more or less, and then Aiden gets very, very triggered and tells Witsit just to, get off his channel. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Nice.
He said he's so disgusted. He's disgusting. He doesn't like him.
Yeah, because he completely misrepresents science, can't understand simple stuff, completely lies, and yeah, he's just not a good person, and he's smug.
Just get off his channel.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
That's whack.
And you know what's sad about it? Witsit was
Let's see if he actually says that.
very polite with him the whole time.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't get that far. I didn't see that because I started watching it, got into about where they was talking about the Antarctic.
That was so
24 hours something.
irritating.
And then the Rugrats came on, and I had to watch it.
The first 30 minutes is literally just Aiden not understanding that this 24-hour sun is doctored footage.
No, it's not. It's not doctored footage. It's edited because it went on for more than 24 hours, and they had to cut something out to make it a 24-hour time lapse. But no, it's not doctored footage. Where they joined it, that was not the beginning and end. That was part of the way through before the beginning and close to the end. So, yeah, that argument didn't hold up. But Witsit was trying to argue that, since the sun went behind a cloud and it was this high off the horizon where it went behind a cloud and then this high off the horizon when the cloud cleared, you don't have a 24-hour sun. That's what Witsit was trying to argue.
Literally, half an hour not understanding. Listen, the guy that made the video even admitted it was doctored.
Right. Did you listen to his explanation? No, you didn't. You just heard someone else tell you that the guy admitted that he doctored it. But it's not really doctoring, it's editing.
Then it turned.
He didn't insert any frames to where they weren't supposed to be. He didn't add frames to it. He didn't make it longer than it was supposed to be. He didn't use any CGI except on the After Effects overlay on post-process. So how did he, how is it doctored?
Turns out that his little lackey on the other side turns out that he's an expert in editing and all that. But
yeah, he's a producer. He probably went to school for this shit, man. People don't pay non-college graduates to do a trade like that, okay? Unless you're really, really good.
I mean,
Yeah.
tosses.
Idiotic.
I'm going to tell you what the definition of an expert is. An X is a has-been, and a spurt is a drip under pressure.
And those two are not words. Well, spurt is a word. X is sort of an abbreviation of a word. So what you just did there is completely idiotic. Hey, what's that girl reacts?
Well, you're gonna
That
be
is actually literally true.
Oh, man. Okay.
What were these guys talking about? Saying they just laughing, giggling like a girl is proves that you don't have anything. They do that a lot. They laugh a lot, don't they?
Yeah, but yeah, we got a lot to go through, so I think let's start this off. Wow.
When I get 5 people in the chat, I'm going to show my my presentation. I'm going to show for my debate with Brian Leakey tomorrow.
If you have anything, just say stop.
government is lying about it. And I will not argue about the government lying, because the government does lie about things all the time, constantly. And even things that actually don't really matter. It's rather incredible. But
So,
God dang, man, you can get 15 seconds into it. Holy cow. Now, what opinion are you going to give?
government lies, but don't lie about the shape of Earth.
Right.
Apparently,
Nope.
yeah.
Bullshit.
Apparently, they won't
Or
lie
about
about that,
states,
guys.
or about everything else.
Everything except that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would they lie about
They
it?
don't. They lie about everything, just not what he wants to be true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. It's like they don't. The government don't lie about national things. They don't lie about space. You know what I mean? But and they don't lie. They don't lie about flat Earth.
No, they
just lie
don't.
about the things he wants them to lie about, like I don't know, being corrupt. And that's what part and parcel of being corrupt, man. They
You hear how PJ completely mimicked Flatzoid, just imitated him?
Not just some things, absolutely everything.
Yeah, you see where he
Yeah,
I agree.
it's actually
See where he
sad that
mimicked him?
thinks that,
he mimicked him. Let's listen to that again.
They don't lie about.
So, government lies, but don't lie about the shape of Earth.
I will not argue about the government lying, because the government does lie about things all the time, constantly. And even things that actually don't really matter. It's rather incredible. But
So, government lies, but don't lie about the shape of Earth.
Right.
apparently, yeah.
Bullshit.
Apparently, they won't
Or
lie
about
about that,
states,
guys.
or about everything else.
Everything except that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would they lie about
They
it?
don't. They lie about everything, just not what he wants to be true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. It's like they don't. The government don't lie about national things. They don't lie about space. You know what I mean? But and they don't lie. They don't lie about flat Earth. They just lie about the things he wants them to lie about, like
He just repeated what he said and added some to it. What a sad little cult.
I don't know, being corrupt. And that's what part and parcel of being corrupt, man. They try and hide God through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't lie about the shape of the earth, man.
They hide everything. Sorry, they lie
There's no gain in it.
about everything, not just some things. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, they don't. The government doesn't lie about absolutely everything. You simpleton.
it's actually sad that he thinks that that's some kind of argument. Shows you the logical
No,
inconsistencies he
it was a
has.
tactic, so like that can't be used against him as an argument. You know,
Yeah.
like, well, you believe Earth's a globe, but you've just said government lies. Why do you believe that then? You know, so you can't.
You know,
use that.
No, he said they don't lie about everything. They lie all the time.
Yeah, one of Aiden's main arguments this whole debate was Witsit'S brings up citation. Okay, the citation agrees with Witsit'S, but because the guy who wrote the citation doesn't agree with the flat Earth, so therefore it makes it invalid.
Right, it's a cherry pick. That's what it is. It's cherry picking. When you take one little thing that a person says out of context, while disregarding everything else that they say that is to the contrary of that cherry-picked quote, that's called cherry picking.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't.
That's intellectually dishonest.
Make any sense?
So because the guy believes it's the globe, but the information in there
That you misinterpret and take out of context.
validates
Proves
what Witsit'S argument is.
That's what you call
Therefore,
an
it's
hostile
invalid.
witness.
No, see, you don't understand how cherry picking works. You don't understand how citations work because you're functionally illiterate.
It's idiotic.
Right.
So in other words, it's like taking Aiden. It's like taking let's take who should we take?
It's like taking Flatzoid when he showed the attitude indicator, but didn't show the pendulous veins, which are a very important part of that. So he cherry picked what he needed out of it and left that alone because that proves him wrong. Like that.
He loves to Aquinas. He likes to take Aquinas and use him to make a point. Well, Aquinas was a Catholic. He wasn't a Christian.
Yep.
Okay? He was a commentator on the Latin Vulgate. Now you're using the information that he...
Right, he's the first and foremost authority. But you don't think so, do you? Although everyone else in the biblical world thinks so.
had on his commentaries and saying, therefore, your Christian belief is true.
Yeah.
It says
Okay?
some-
But now because he was a Catholic, he didn't agree with Christianity.
Now that he's a Catholic, you don't like him because he's not a Christian, or you don't think Catholics are Christian.
Catholicism and Christianity are two different things. Okay?
Well,
Now, does
Are they? Catholicism. Definition. The faith, practice, and church order of the Roman Catholic Church, adherence to the forms of Christian doctrine and practice which are generally regarded as Catholic rather than Protestant or Eastern Orthodox. So it's just the way they worship God, the way they're Christian. It's their methods. They're Christian, Flatzoid. More Christian than you.
that mean now his argument is your argument's invalid? No, you would disagree with that. You would say his argument is valid because he's saying Christianity is true. The same with Witsit'S. He brings up something that says this PhD said this, so if it's true, who gives a shit what the PhD thinks the Earth is?
But it says something when it's
Well, Witsit'S must, because he cited that person. See, if a person says that the Earth is a sphere and not flat, all you're going to hear is the word flat. That's the way your brain works, Mouse, because you're a dishonest piece of crap. Hey, hold my pocket.
he's talking about these old dead guys, something along lines but there were just people talking about him, but I tend to think that makes it true, something along them lines. It was like
This looking to academic authority all of the damn time too. This is really a bad. I was this guy on.
Why? Because you have no academics? See, that's why. Because you're ignorant. You're uneducated. And you don't know what an appeal to authority is.
Facebook that he said he's got a PhD in physics, right?
Appeal to authority. Oh, he said appeal to academics? Let's see what appeal to academics is. Appeal to academics. There's no such thing as that. So, yeah. There's no such thing as an appeal to academics, you dummy.
I said, okay. So we
Hey, 3Ron. We got, how many people? 5 here? Says we got 4.
we've been talking, and he still can't get around this volume of gas without containment, right?
Right. You can't understand simple geometry. That's simple geometry, man. No containers needed to have a volume of something.
So he says, I refuse to talk to you any longer until you tell me where you studied physics. And I'm like, why would that fucking matter? I've been
Because it's like beating up on a guy in a wheelchair. Right? If he's just sitting there and there may be a wheelchair nearby, you want to make sure that that's not that guy's wheelchair before you beat the crap out of him, because then you're beating up on a cripple or a disabled person. See, that it's the same thing.
discussing it with you for 2 days.
Ridiculous.
Right, and he's proven how ignorant he is. In those 2 days, he proved how ignorant he is. So he wants to make sure that he's dealing with a cogent person.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous.
You know,
Without an unretarded mind.
what is this? Oh, show me your papers or everything you've said is invalid.
He also wants to make sure he's not just wasting his time.
What in the hell kind of thinking is that, man?
I
Well,
remember
that's the problem. They always have to appeal to authority, right?
on the flip side of that, though, Dave, did you ask him?
Really? You guys appeal to the ancients. Well, the ancients say, oh, look, they drew this. So, hypocrite much?
to show his credentials.
Yeah, I know.
As far as I'm concerned, if somebody's leaning on them credentials, they better chuff and show them before they carry on debating. It's like with Phil Bell. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Comes claiming he's a big expert in this and that. And when you say,
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He has the credentials.
where's your credentials, Phil? Oh, no, I'm not showing them.
I remember Aiden said to me
No, he has nothing to prove to you.
before, but when he was on the show and that, he said, "Don't question my faith, PJ." I do question his faith. I don't think he's a Christian. I don't. You can't be if you are. Amazing.
Your mopped has a
These guys are just making excuses.
serious question there.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Hey, guys, serious question. It's good to see you, Chris, by the way. Thank you for coming. He says there are 195 recognized countries and governments in the world. Not one says the earth is flat. Are they all lying? Serious question. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, so everyone's lying except you guys? Everyone in the world is lying except for you. What are the sheer odds of that?
I think some of it has to do with the fact.
Listen, there is an illusion of 195 countries. What you have.
Oh, so it's just a big conspiracy. It's just one big country and everybody's just putting on an act, starving their people to death because they don't have enough money. But they'll get help from other countries, right? Because they're all in it together. What a fool. What an absolute fool.
195 sections of the same governing body.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you got to realize. You've been under a one world government your entire life under the illusion of international sovereignty.
You're an idiot. Hold on, we just had something come through. Hold on. I'm getting tired of these morons. So, this is globe completely destroyed in under 1 minute. Okay. I guess this is going to be part of his presentation. Put this guy up here. Okay. So he lets cold air, creates a temperature inversion, which makes light do the opposite of what it normally does. See, that's what they do. They say, well, normally we can't see them, and yeah. According to the globe, refraction colder, denser light down, lower makes rays bend down, raising the light's apparent position. Now, if you have higher refraction, then it will raise things up more. See, I think you're trying to overthink it. And again, I think it's hilarious that they can accomplish in a few feet what it takes ships at sea to do over miles. It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, and this. A centimeter from the water. Yeah, well, sure. Yeah, we can see it on the other side. So, that's his presentation. Let's watch mine. And there's no audio, just like the... Oh, he had the audio turned off. Hold on.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt that
Oh, okay, we got to watch it with sound.
In this video, I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that refraction using light rays does not work in reality the way it has to work on a globe. They claim that light is bending down, making objects appear higher, and I'm going to show how that cannot possibly work.
Inch above the surface.
By temperature inversion.
This test took place between 11 and 11:30 p.m. on December 16th. The outdoor air temperature was around 34 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
The air at the surface and from a few feet above were both showing around 72 degrees Fahrenheit at the start of the test. During the test, after opening the door, the temperature at the surface showed 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and from a few feet above the surface, 53 degrees.
So they created a temperature inversion, which inverted the way the light moves. That's what they did. That's intellectually dishonest, and that's a lie.
Here's the flashlight from the viewer's perspective at the start of the test. Now, we open the door.
In all three examples, the lights completely disappear. So if it were...
Yeah, because you've inverted you've inverted refraction. You've taken refraction that normally bends down and you bending it up. That's what you're doing, man.
Light rays that were heading above our eyes and bending down, making the lights appear higher, then they wouldn't completely disappear. No matter how much they bent, they would just appear higher and higher. That kills their...
No, they wouldn't. Not if you inverted the refractive index. See, you're too dishonest and not smart enough to understand this.
Eclipse explanations, their sunsets, and their entire model.
Okay, so let's watch mine. We're doing show and tell today. Okay, what I did was I've got a purple barn where I got this is the garage, and this is a white post that holds up my roof, and it's plumb. I haven't checked it recently, but I could put a level on it and make sure it's plumb. But it's pretty plumb. So I put the phone up to it. And I get it in the shot just to so you see it and the lines are straight and stuff. And I zero it out. Hit this button here. It zeroes it out here. And then I look up along the roof line. All right, and I'm really careful to show right when the peak of the roof and the edge of the roof line up. Right? I braced the phone to take the screenshot. Or I didn't have to take a screenshot. This is video. It's really weird. The app was placing the crosshair like, oops. The app was placing the crosshair after I took the screenshot higher than the center. So I had to get rid of that and just do it in my phone and record it. And not do the screenshot. I had to use the app, but then I had to record it showing me using it, which I think turned out to be better. Now what I did here is I drawing a line down from the peak of the roof down to where the edge of the roof is. And this is in Fusion 360. It's a CAD program. And then I went down here and I drew a line straight across. I made sure that this photograph was square to the image in Photoshop. You can see where it's angled. I had to rotate it a little bit because I didn't have the tripod for my phone. Then I deleted the ends off the extra lines. And now I'm going to measure the angle, which comes out to be 22.8. That's weird, isn't it? This is Muppet vision. It's supposed to not show what we see in reality. But yet, now we go back to here. 23.1, 22.6, yeah. Pretty damn close. So that proves that what we see in reality can be represented by an orthographic view. Now here, I'm showing the flat Earth and the sun. So I draw the ground. I was going to put that lower. I meant to go higher. And there's your line of sight. There's your sun, way, way overhead. And I even brought it really close to the ground just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Then I'm going to draw a line. Again, Having trouble zooming and stuff. They changed the orders of stuff. Lines used to be at the top. Nope, not there. There it is. I was having trouble leveling it, so I had to zoom in and say, well, that's not going to work because I'm not sure if it's level, and it's not. I angled it up a bit, so I deleted that, and I just redid the line on a grid line so everything would be parallel. So now it locks parallel. I put a point on the line that represents the sun. Now, my question to Brian is, how could the sun possibly go below your eye line ever? Parallel lines do not cross. The sun travels in a horizontal plane over our heads, doesn't drop in altitude ever. So how could it possibly go below our eye line? See, this line here is what we see straight ahead. This is the sun. This is thousands of miles away in to scale. So how far does the sun have to go, Brian, before it goes below our eye line? How far on a flat Earth do parallel lines have to go before they cross? Because that's exactly what it would have to do for the sun to set on a flat Earth. Those parallel lines would have to cross. So that's my presentation, and I'll be presenting that at our debate tomorrow. It's going to be 3 o'clock Central, I think, is what he said. Let me double check. Says Tuesday, 6 Central Time. So I'm guessing 6 p.m. Central Time. So it'd be 4 o'clock Pacific Time, 7 o'clock East Coast.
Everybody believing that their little penned off area is the best in the world. Okay? That's the whole way it works, man. And it's all run. It's just like when you were in school. This little group thinks that their little school is better than this little school over here. They're the Bobcats. They're the Cobras. We're better. We're smarter. No, we're better. We're smarter. They're all part of the same little shitty school district.
Let's just play it out this way. What if one of
he doesn't know how teams work. He doesn't know how school works. He doesn't know how teams work, and he doesn't know how politics works. What a moron.
the governments from the countries decide, guys, let's actually just tell the truth, it is flat? What do you think is going to happen to that country?
Bombs away.
Yep.
What
the other countries would just laugh at him, and I'm sure the intelligent people in the country will object. But yeah, you keep dreaming.
What backlash do you think they're going to get from the other governments to that?
What they'll have is the CIA will go in and create an unrest with the people and make them overthrow the government. That's what's going to happen. It's like, what do you think? Why do you think all these other countries have stuff like that?
You know that
they actually think that flat Earth is that important. They actually think that flat Earth is the truth, and countries are keeping it from everybody for some reason. Jeez, man, it's sad, very sad.
That statement to me says that you can't think for yourself.
Remember the other night we said,
so I'll just agree with them. You know.
Remember the other night we said that there's no actual thing as democracy, but there's a fake.
False sense of democracy.
False sense of democracy, exactly.
I call it a dangling carrot.
Oh man.
Well, look, that whole
hanging fruit.
statement is right there in the idea that consensus is what derives truth.
No, experimentation drives truth. Consensus is just what happens when truth is put to others. See, they test it like if something is put up for peer review. The peers review it. People review it, and they try and repeat the experiment and get the same results. And when they do, the consensus is that that matches reality.
And consensus does not derive truth. Truth is truth, even in a minority of one.
Yeah.
So whether or not a government or anyone else is fucking lying about it, what you actually realize, what you sense, what you see, that can't be diminished by what the consensus of everyone else thinks.
Oh, you mean so if you're colorblind and you see not the right colors, but then we can measure those colors as being red and green and blue and yellow and orange? But all you see is shades of gray. So your truth, it doesn't matter what they measure, what they can prove. What you see is more important, right? Is more correct. Get the out of here.
Okay, we've got everyone else thinking that.
See, this is just his rationalization for being ignorant. Well, just because they're smarter than me and they can show proof doesn't mean that they have anything. See, I'm dumb, and what I think is 100% correct in my mind, so they can't prove I'm wrong. That's what he's saying.
You're different based on the color of your skin. And they've got you so embraced into it that there's actually competition derived by it. That, oh, I'm proud to be this color because people of this color did this, that, and the other. Well, where's the pride coming from? You didn't do it. You
proud of your ancestry. That's what that is. You're not proud of your ancestors?
just happened to be born that way. Look, you could have been born anyone, and guess what? You were.
Yeah.
There's the reality of it.
China and the U.S. are the same.
Yes, and they happen to have been born into a culture that has history that they're proud of. See, you're not proud of your history because you're a racist white boy. And that's nothing to be proud of.
People believing that, oh, well, white people are better than brown people and brown or black people are better than white. That's just the most ridiculous shit. It's also
says the guy that starts out every show with a racist joke.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
Sorry.
Social constructs, and y'all bit it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Well, let me ask you something about China. Let me ask you something about China. They're in, even where you are, Jeff. Are the Chinese taking over there?
No.
Right now in my country, I am white, but I'm a minority now.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, even here, the Chinese have they have more rights than we do when it comes to tax and stuff. They don't even.
No, they don't. No. Sorry, buddy.
Pay tax to import their goods and stuff here.
See, that's not more rights. That's those are agreements made created by between governments. So
okay.
I'm done with this. I mean, what are they going to do? Witsit'S going to not present anything. This guy's going to kick his butt, and these guys are just going to say, "Oh, Witsit'S demolishing him." No, that's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen. If you want to watch it, you can. Everything that I say has been said 100 times before. More than 100 times before. They're just broken records. They have nothing to prove. They have no proof of anything. They can't debunk reality in science. They're just morons. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't forget it. If the sun is 93 million miles away, 1 degree angle, it's a million miles up. Yeah. Yep. So we'll see you tomorrow at the debate, and I'll put it on the schedule so you guys can get alerted. And that's all I have. I'm not going to give these racist pieces of shit another minute. So thanks for watching. Be seeing you.